Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain, and today you're joining me for Riddled Corpses, an interesting little bullet hell created by Daniel Fernandez Chazes and published by Diabolical Mind. Now, I kind of like this. It reminds me of like some of the old retro games in its design and its sort of bad English and sentence structure and just its appearance as well. It's definitely going for that retro arcade feel. Now, I'll have to say this though, there are a lot of gripes we had with this game, but there's a lot of good as well. This was released in June 2015 and is currently on sale for £5.59. As you can see, the game is absolutely adorable, and whoever did those background sprites for the terrain, amazing work, sir. The zombies look pop out on them, but I kind of like that. I kind of like they've got this hard black outline around them, because it really makes them stand out. Now, there is one flaw with this game. Actually, there's several flaws with this game. I'm just going to go through the game in general. And I do apologise if the volume is a little weird with this one, or because I'm having to raise my voice to go over the music. And, well, let's go into the options. That's your options. No volume control on the music, no volume control on the sound. You cannot change that resolution. If you go on full screen and turn it to off, so it makes a nice little window, if you reset the game, it goes back to full screen. It doesn't save your settings. So, not great. And as you can see, they're definitely pushing the arcadey sex sells angle with the character design, at least in the artwork. It's cute, I like it, but I can see some people taking offence with that. Now, there is Steam integration, so it saves your gold, as you can see in the top left, which you earn through play, and you then buy upgrades with it. So that's nice, so in case there's a crash or something, your gold is safe. And as you can see, I've not been playing long, but I've already racked up quite a few kills. And you can see the prices. The prices are pretty damn high with this game, and this goes to its major flaw, and that's the grinding. There's a hell of a lot of grind in this game, and there's really two modes you can grind. You can either try grinding through arcade, which you really have to in the first few attempts, and then once you've leveled up a little bit, then you move to survival, which is vastly more difficult than the arcade, but it's far more generous with its power-ups. Now, just to go through the characters available, you start with John. Oh, sorry, I think that's John or Joe. In the Steam store description it says Joe. However, Jon is short for John. Unfortunately, the developer's English is relatively bad, so the store description doesn't really help me much here. But poor old, I'm just going to keep calling him John, doesn't have any special abilities. He's completely bog standard, and once you've unlocked any of the other characters, there's no reason to play as him. Strangely enough, whilst he's a quick shooting, if you shoot diagonally, he shoots faster. So I'm going to spend some of that money I've got to, yeah, let's level him up. So I think that's changing my, well, obviously changing the type of bullets I shoot. Chloe is the police aide, and her ability Magnet sucks up all the money on the level. I imagine if you're grinding, you're playing her a lot. Leary is a guest character from Candy Cut, a game I've never actually heard of or played. I might have to look into that, but she basically gets double gold from any gold she picks up. I think that's Fail? I'm not sure how you pronounce that one. I've seen that name a few times around, but I've never actually heard it spoken. He's a hero of another dimension, and he gets 2 times life. Now, in the Steam store description, it kind of gives the impression that he has multiple lives, but the game seems to be you have 1 life, you die, game over. So I'm guessing he just has a double life bar or restores double life. Again, the poor descriptions and poor English doesn't help me here. Though the poor old developer is actually listening to feedback and some of the issues with the game, and he has been trying to address them in patches, like making things in the store cheaper. Making it so you can hide the hood, and I'll see why that's needed. Enrique is a guest character from Devil's Cauldron with everyone else's abilities. She's just, again, a bit broken. but you have to max out everyone else's level to get her. And Nora is a PC-only character, which suggests I think this is on Xbox and the PlayStation stores. The others, I don't honestly have a clue. So I'm just going to get into the action. I'll go into survival mode first. And we'll go with John, our only character here. I like the music. Also, I like the designs, I like this music. It's wow, that is really an improvement. I'm actually killing things now. I should have really gone into the game at level 1 and just shown you some of the issues I was facing. But yes, visually, it's very appealing. It's very arcadey. It's got 2 players. It's compatible with Xbox, Xbox One, PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 pads. I may just have to borrow some pads off different people and see what I can try out and see if there's any other pads it might be compatible with. Oof, took a hit there. Yes, you can't actually touch any of the zombies. The basic zombies will try and just run into you. And you'll often find yourself just swarmed. And when you start the game, how to describe it? Yeah. You are so underpowered, it's pathetic. You really are. There's nothing. You just end up dying, not because of lack of skill or lack of target priority. It's just the fact that you can't do enough damage, and you can't even get past the first level. And now this is what people said is the best way to grind is to go into survival mode once you've got a handful of upgrades, and just keep playing survival mode because it's just very, very fast. So let's use that dynamite. Wow, that's going to get me lots of money. Maybe make up some stuff I bought. I really wish I had that magnet now. But once you've done all the grinding in survival mode, got everyone up to decent levels, then the arcade mode becomes far too easy. There's another just actual control and design issue the game has. Not just in the fact that well, it's artificially bloated by the requirement for this grinding. The only time you get to see the controls is in a very short few seconds at the beginning of the game. And if you've not been paying attention, you'll miss those. And it's like, if you notice the HUD fills up quite a lot of the screen. You can run behind that and it does block your view. Now that's a lot more of a trouble on arcade mode, where the map moves and you have to keep going along and there's scenery in the way. In survival it's not so bad, but apparently, yeah, one of the things that was recently patched in this year was the ability to remove the HUD, as you can see. It's making things a lot simpler. I'd like to say the HUD is actually kind of... I like it. I like its design, it's very clear and concise. But you won't really be needing it that much because you won't really be able to take your eyes off the action like most models. Now, I'm going to use that early because I've got no intention of going through survival for too long. Oh, I can actually hurt the eyeballs this time. Yes, last time I played, and this thing cropped up first because the survival mode is utterly random with what it throws at you. I couldn't actually physically hurt it at level 1. And I should point out that you have to collect this gold in order to get money. Otherwise, just playing will not get you anything. Which is a bit of a shame, especially the lower levels when it can be very, very, very difficult to collect things. Because you simply can't kill anything fast enough to, you know, get to the items. And dead again. So it's a game that relies more on grind than it does on skill. Skill plays a part. Now, as you can see here, we've got gamepad settings. Those only come into play when you have a second player, because it selects what each player will be using. I can't actually access those. You think you're pressing up, I can see the buttons or something? I think it just says, am I using keyboard, am I using gamepad? And it always defaults to the gamepad. I think I have to press a button on the keyboard to change it to keyboard controls. However, I don't know any of this. because I only got to see the controls in a very brief second. Granted, it has X is this, A is this, but it doesn't even tell you what each power-up does in the game, and this lets you buy things in between the levels. But it's very easy to accidentally buy something you don't want and waste gold. Now, just to clear things up, the timer freezes zombies, the turret shoots things, this turret here, and the dynamite kills everything on screen. And I'm assuming the medikit heals you. Any other item you pick up just gives you points, which are pointless, in all honesty, unless you're going for high scores. There is an achievement for that, and there is an achievement for finishing each level. There's not and an achievement for dying the first time. There's not much else. I think there's also achievements for maxing out your level as a character. But yeah, I like this design, but again, the grind is awful, and I imagine once you've maxed out the game, maxed out the characters, there's not really any reason to continue playing the game that much. Because, well, in all honesty, there's no real variation in the gameplay. If you go into the game with a character, you will not get new weapons, you will not gain any upgrades, you are stuck with what you entered the level with. So it gets very samey very quickly. For a game for £5, it's really, really nice. And I'm actually quite honestly interested in what else the developer's doing. I really enjoyed the art style, but again, it's just a lot of, I would say, amateurish mistakes. It just feels like they went, we've got a quick game we want to churn out, we could go into more depth, but let's keep it simple. And I think they're just hoping that they've got a game that people can just pick up and play. And that's what this is. You can do that, you can pick up and play. But it's essentially a puddle. It is nowhere near in depth to some of the other shoot-em-ups I've played. And while I do enjoy the music, it is a little bit repetitive. So I think that's this game pretty much wrapped up. There's not much else you can say about it. I am going to continue though, and we'll just see how far I can get with my new upgrades. We'll see if I can actually finish the first level, and you guys can see the how the game progresses. It has been stated that the bosses always have practically the same pattern, so you know, once you defeated a boss once, you'll know exactly what shooting pattern will have. It doesn't really mix it up at all. Zombie food. Lovely. Ooh, there we go, they're starting to shoot at me now. I can't say I'm really keen on that, though. It would be nice if we had like a quick here's how to kill zombies guide, which you can skip. You know, with a few gameplay tips, and you know how to explain it. Just, I don't know. It doesn't even have to be something that pops up. It could be just like you earn these little cards which give you tips about each zombie or gives you a little flavour, and maybe you can earn information about the characters, because at no point does it really tell you anything about the characters. That intro is very, very light on explanation of what's going on. I've seen Mega Drive games with more depth, scrolling beat-em-ups with more depth than this game, in terms of story. It's just a case of, the dead have risen, we've accidentally opened a portal to hell. So why am I on the streets murdering them all? Am I trying to rescue people? Am I just trying to get rid of them? Who am I? Why am I doing this? Am I simply fighting for survival? Yes, it's definitely good to learn that running into coffins will not hurt me, unless a zombie comes out like that. I haven't got any power-ups yet. That's annoying. I really want that health kit. You die, please. Now that's really unnecessary. I don't think that did any damage to the enemies either. Maybe I should save my second health kit, but I was going to move off screen eventually anyway. Sorry for all the umming and ahhing earlier. Trying to focus on this and review it at the same time is, you know, multitasking is a little hard on a bullet hell like this. Though I have trouble referring to it as a bullet hell. Granted, it's only level 1 and things haven't really picked up yet. But it's not like anything's shooting at me immensely, and even the stuff that does shoot at me, I'm not particularly keen on it, simply because it doesn't explain why those coffins will explode. I mean, if the coffins were different, had like a glowing gem on them or something, or, you know, had eldritch energies coming off them as they come up, and which then explode into those blasts. But no, there's no reason why those coffins explode and others don't. To explode, you know. Fire things at me. And why does that take so much shooting to destroy? It's like, why would I even bother? I thought it would do like a big ass explosion as well. It doesn't. It's like, here's this thing that looks like a stereotypical explosive barrel, and it's not. Granted, shooting something to smithereens isn't really the best way to destroy an item, but it's not like I've got any other option in this game to do so. I mean, it's not even like it's got a melee I could use. You know, no short-range punch or something. Arguably, that could make the game a bit too easy in some regards, but you know, if you made it that you could only use it once in a blue moon, well, yes, all of the money. I'm gonna die trying to collect all this money. Maybe not. We got very lucky there. This is my best run so far because I've actually got an upgraded gun. Normally I can't get past that second transition, or I think the furthest I got was actually the big guy. That was too soon. I didn't want to actually get hit. Keeping their initial numbers low is actually working for me right now. If I stop the waves from ganging up, I might just make it through this level. Oh, I was playing risky there. So, is that the big boss? Oh no! I just clipped it! Yeah, the hitbox is a little iffy, but we do have enough for a new character. Yay! And now I've got to upgrade her. And what the heck is that thing in the bottom left? I have no clue. Is that supposed to be like a treasure I found? Again, no feedback, nothing. I mean, I got the mouse here, I can click on it, nothing will happen. So, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.